Hello and welcome to this FMC programming tutorial for the PMDG 737-NG in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This is a bit of a continuation of the cold and dark start tutorial. This is kind of your pause that and hit this halfway through, where you've aligned your IRSs and now we're ready to get the FMC programmed for our route. For today's tutorial, this is going to be an import from SimBrief. So we've got our flight plan all created in SimBrief, and we're going to get it loaded into the FMC here in the sim. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to come down to my EFB. On the home screen, I'm going to go to Electronic Flight Bag. If this is the first time you've loaded into your PMDG 737, you're going to want to make sure you are connected to your SimBrief account. So that's going to be over here, the settings page, and then your SimBrief alias is going to go right here. That's your alias, not your ID. Those are two different things. So make sure you put your alias in there, and then you'll save preferences. Once you're connected to SimBrief, you're going to be on your homepage. You're going to request data from SimBrief. That's going to pull in your currently active flight plan from SimBrief. And now we're ready to come down to the FMC. So it's telling us right now it wants us to enter the IRS position. So we'll do that. We'll go FMC, position in it, and now we will grab our last position and set IRS position. Now in order to get our route, we're going to go ahead and enter our departure airport. We're sitting at Dallas Love Field, KDAL. I'll click route. KDAL is back in the scratch pad from the last page. I'll put it in here as origin, and now that's all I need to do to hit flight plan request. That'll have my SimBrief route, Dallas Love Field to Austin Bergstrom. I'll hit the soft key next to that. And I'll do it again because it went back. This is quickest start possible. You can do payload and fuel stuff here if you want, but it's not necessary for this plane to function properly. So I'm going to go ahead and select route now without doing any of that, and I'll hit flight plan request. We'll give that a second to load. Now that it's loaded, we'll hit that load soft key, wait for that to process. That uplink's complete. We'll hit activate and then execute. Next thing we'll do is come to our perf init page. I'm going to hit the soft key next to the zero fuel weight to grab that value and input it. Reserves, you're typically not going to go with any less than 4 on the reserves. That's what we'll go with today. Cost index, doesn't really matter too much, but we'll put it in there. That's found on your dispatch release. Now I'm going to want my cruising altitude, which is flight level 240. Put that in right there. And our wind for the cruise is 322 at 34. Put that in there. And I will execute on this page. That's very important. After you get your perf init page set up, you have to hit execute down here in order for your autopilot and other flight systems to function properly. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the departure and arrival page. I'll go to Dallas Departure and set up our SID here in our runway. So we're going to take runway 31 right. We're going to be on the Ramble 6 departure and the window transition. I'll execute on this page. Now those switch to active. I'll go back to the departure arrival index page and go to my Austin arrival. My arrival into Austin is going to be the Susie 6, also the window transition. I don't know my runway or my approach procedure yet, so I'll leave that alone for now and execute this page. Now that I got that set up, I can go check on my legs page, make sure this all looks correct with no route discontinuities. The ending here, not in a airport or a runway, is expected because we haven't selected on the departure and arrival page our runway and approach assignments. So this all looks good. So now we're going to go back to our init ref. I'm going to go past in1 limit and to the takeoff page. Now I'm going to set this stuff. So we're going to go flaps 5. That's going to be pretty standard on the 737. That's almost always what you're going to use. Runway 31 right is a 7,752 foot runway, so I'm going to put in 7.7 here to do 7,700 feet remaining on that runway. We'll go to our next page to do some local weather. Our wind at Dallas left field right now is 260 at 9er. Put in 260/09. Put that in right there. I'm going to go back over here, and my V speeds are now corrected to what they need to be. So you'll see we've got numbers to set right here. I'll hit the soft key next to those to input them in as my V speeds. You can take this time now if you want to go ahead and set up your mode control panel, the stuff that you know you're going to want. So I'm going to just say my initial altitude is going to be 10,000 feet. We'll go ahead and put in the course on both sides. So runway 31 direction there is 313. We'll do that over here as well. And then I like to set the heading to runway heading as well. The next part is also pretty important here. We're going to turn on our flight directors, and we're going to turn on the side that we're flying from first. So if I'm flying from the left seat here, we're going to turn this left side flight director on first. Then we can go over here and turn on the right side flight director. See how the main light here is illuminated over this one but not over this one? That's because we are the pilot flying over here on the left side, so this side is in control. So that's going to be it for the FMC programming on the PMDG 737 NG for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Thanks for watching.